What's up, my guys? I am fresh off the wake up. It is Monday. Don't want to tell you what time it is because it'd be embarrassing to tell you what time I just woke up. And I just pretty much no life this weekend. By no lifing, I meant I've spent another like 42 hours streaming the whole thing too. Just absolutely no lifing this on my mage. And as just like last week, I wanted to do a quick little update video on what I did this weekend. Okay, so to start, I've reached level 25, which is the cap level on the alpha. Currently, I was the fourth person in the alpha to do it. All of them are in my guild. It was like a mage. What was the order? It was a mage, a cleric, a bard, and then me as another mage, all within like an hour of each other. It took exactly 74 hours to level from 1 to 25. From 1 to 20 was 41 hours, and obviously the rest of the hours was this weekend. You could probably take out 9 hours or so. I would probably say like 8 or 9 hours from just like, there was a 4-hour period my whole party went to sleep. So instead of me going to sleep, I went and just picked flowers and like artisans and like PvP and stuff like that. So, you know, that wasn't really leveling, you know, and then obviously there's like 2 or 3 hours that just wasted running around PvPing, maybe running from spot to spot and stuff. So I would say if I had to like calculate exactly grind time, I would probably say like 64 or 65 hours. But all in all, it was like 74 hours total to do it. And it was pretty fun. The issues this week were not as bad as last week for some of the stuff. The bugs, a lot of the bugs feel like they got worked out. There were still some bugs, nothing out of the ordinary that we haven't seen already. I did have to deal with the DDoS issue. So for those that didn't know, there was a big DDoS last week and on the first weekend on Sunday where pretty much nobody could play the game. Well, some of us, very low percentage of us, still had that issue on Friday. So the service launched at 1 or 2 or whatever time it was, and I could not get in. It was doing what I'm showing on the screen right now. It was doing this over and over again. What ended up happening was my CAPTCHA wasn't loading. That they put in this new CAPTCHA authentication shit because of the DDoS, and the DDoSes were having like 250 million sign-ins a minute or something like that. I'm not even joking, 239 million a minute or something. It was crazy, right? So I was flagged. I think my account was flagged as like a DDoSer or something because I was not getting in. There was 2 other people who weren't getting in with me. Now with this issue, there's a million ways to fix it, but none of them working for me. So fast forward, I'm working with the devs and I'm in the calls with engineers and they're doing everything they can to fix it. Shout out you who helped me. And finally I go to bed, get a nice little 6 hours of sleep because the devs were like, hey, maybe the update will fix it coming up. So I wake up Saturday morning at like noon, push the update through and it worked. So I finally got in, you know, 24 hours later or whatever after everybody else. And I just set off to grinding. Thankfully, there wasn't that many bugs to even worry about or even talk about the server was way smoother. There was a lot of DCs. Probably a little bit more than normal. I want to say I DC'd in those 2 days or all those times playing maybe like 7 times if I had to guess. Quick little Alt F4, log back in, no queue issue or anything like that. Just quick little reload. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but there is still those kind of issues. Yeah, but other than that, it was pretty cool. Bit bug wise. Now they had the winter biome up, which means the whole world was winter and it was so sick. I'm going to try to show footage if I can remember it, to show footage of Narc's stream where he's on a flying mount. You can only get flying mounts if you're a mayor right now, right? And he's a mayor. So he's on a white griffin and he's fucking flying over everything. And it looks so sick. So the whole world was winter, which I think was messing with some of the plants. Cause I tried to do some planting. I mean, some plant picking. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm the weaving tailoring and I need like 2,000 flax in order to make the linen, and you need a linen to make the gear and stuff like that, right? I couldn't find any of it at all after looking for like a couple hours. So I don't know if the winter messed with that. I think they mentioned something about the biome kind of being weird with it. So I hope that's what it was. But other than that, the winter biome looks super sick. It was snow everywhere. The mountaintops were peaked with snow. It looked great. So to begin this week's adventure, I'm going to pick up where I left off, which is at level 20. Now, after you get to level 20, which you generally level in Steel Bloom, it's time to level up for gear because you want to start doing something called Carfin, which is a dungeon, right? These dungeons are really hard. You can go there below, you need to be 20 pretty much, but you can go there without gear, but it's very dangerous. Now, there's a spot up here on the map that I'll try to pinpoint if I can find a map of the world. If I can't find a map of the world, then, I don't know, I'll look for one. There's this place up here called Goblins, and that's what we call it. And there's a bunch of goblins, the shamans, the flayers, the creepers, everything. They drop really good gear. So at 20, we go up there and we hard farm the shit out of these guys until we get some weapons. Lo and behold, I immediately got a weapon, one from the guild, another one from the drop, and it is a phenomenal 300 book and like a 280 something two-handed great spell sword, if I can remember correctly. And that means I got my weapons. I'm cool. Now we stay here for a little bit longer until the rest of my party of 8 gets their weapons. Once everybody gets their weapons, we start heading to the dungeon Carfin. Now this is where it gets scary. The footage behind me playing of that's what's playing now, how to get to the spot, and then when we're in the spot, it's just gonna play the rest of the time I'm in here. this is a really cool spot. So what happens is we know that Carfin is a big, huge dungeon, right? It's a big tower in different pieces. And it goes like down here and you grind and you go up to the next floor and you grind more. You go to the next floor and grind more. There's a boss you got to kill to get a key to take a teleporter and port down to a different side of the tower and go progress through the tower. It's really cool, right? But we wanted to go farm gear. And on the first, second floor of this area is the best place to farm physical gear. A ton of physical gear drops. And then the next floor up, when you got after you take the teleporter, that's where all the caster gear is. And so you kind of just like, our goal was to be like, all right, we're going to sit here forever and just hard farm this physical gear. And then we'll go up to the caster gear. But ran into an issue that was a very good issue is after killing the mobs, we noticed, wow, these guys are dying pretty fast and they're giving good experience. Let's start a timer for 15 minutes and see what we can get for XP per hour. Consistently, non-stopping for 15 minutes. It ended up being 725,000 XP an hour or something like that. This is obviously with a super good group of people who are geared. All of us, rotation's working great. We know what we're doing. We're speed running. We have a ranger professionally pulling everything to us. You know, flawless. If you don't die, it's really good. So we end up saying, well, why don't we just sit here? Because this is obviously the best experience you can get. And when we went upstairs to get the caster gear, that was like 200 XP an hour. It was really bad. So we sat here from 21 to 23. That took about 9-10 hours, something, probably a little bit longer than that. I don't know exactly what it was. I don't remember. With a little bit of breaks and maybe pausing to go get a key and go upstairs and stuff. And then level 23 happened. And there's no way around this, but that's when the PvP started. Yep. That's when the PvP started. Now, of course, we were PvPing all the time, every time we could, pretty much besides that. But what happens is the other good guilds, there's another good guild called EPH, and they're very good. They got bodies, they're gamers, they're sweaty, they got levels. They catch up on levels finally. And they also want this spot. And guess what? They fucking took it, right? So now it's an endless battle of them killing us, and then we respawning, and we're getting our guild, we're going to kill them, and then they respawn, they get even more bodies, and they wipe us, and it was just a non-stop battle, and it was so much fun. But TLDR, we got our ass beat twice, lost our spot, they punked us out of our spot, and so we ended up leaving all the way to go to Lawless zones down in the bottom right, which is the desert. Now, this is a very good spot for gear as well, and it's very good XP per hour too, just not as much XP per hour, or the gear is not as good as Carfin was at the time. So we head on out to Lawless zone where hopefully we don't get PvP'd and we can finish our level, because all we need at this point is like, most of us are 23, 24, and so we just want to finish our level while getting some gear. Now, I've never been to this. I've been to the other Lawless zone up there where Kumad is, because that's where the world boss is, the tropics or the forest or whatever. But I've never been to the desert one. So we make our way to this desert one, which actually looked pretty good. It's my first time seeing it. It looked like a desert. You know, it was really cool. They had a lot of oases and you know, minotaurs around these oases, and we're just hard farming these for the most experience we can get. You know, it didn't drop that good of loot, but the experience ended up being like 650, like, you know, 600, 650K an hour with consistent pulling and no breaks and stuff. So we ended up sitting up there at the Lawless zone in the bottom right corner for the rest of the time until we dinged 25. And that's it. After I dinged 25, I decided when I had 10 minutes or so left of the server being open when I dinged 25, so I couldn't do much else. So at this point, Steven, the guy who was making the game, like his game, he would put these system messages in the game. He's like, the ancient one arises, come kill me, yada, yada, yada. So we're all looking for that guy, right? So I'm up 10 minutes left. I'm running around at 25 trying to find this thing, what Steven's baiting us about, but I couldn't find it in time. And instead, I took off on somebody in PvP and instantly got 2 stacks of corruption. And I was really mad about it because the guy that I killed had a red bar. And 2 stacks of corruption is losing 2 to 6 pieces of gear once when you die. And then when you die, you only lose 1 stack. And then you have to lose the gear again to get rid of that first stack. So I'm thinking in my head, I can trade my weapons to a guildie so it doesn't take my gear. I'm like, oh, my guildie, I see him running in front of me and I'm chasing him. And I forget that I'm running into a town where there's guards. So I run to the town thinking I'm sneaky to try to not die with this corruption and lose my weapon. Plow! Dead. Immediately. Guards just fucked me up. I die. Thankfully, don't lose my weapon. I lose like my shitty helmet and like shitty, like I had like strength shoulders on because I had no shoulders on, and strength shoulders with armor is better than no shoulders, right? So I lost those, which is really good. And then my chat reminded me that you can grind corruption off, which now changed. It's not that long of a grind. I think I grinded mobs for 10, 15 minutes and I got rid of that last stack of corruption. So after that, I didn't really have much else to do. So I just ran around, RP'd, walking around, talking to my chat until I dinged. And now I'm 25. I'm dinged. And the server went down. And now I impatiently wait till Friday to play the game again. All right. I just wanted to update you guys on what I did this weekend. And that was about it. Next weekend, I'll be obviously level 25. And it's all about world bosses, massive PvP events, you know, caravans. We're going to do everything else in the world. Some more artists and stuff. I'm going to have to buckle down and go find 2,000 flax or plant flax in a farm or something. We're going to have to figure that out because I need to do that. Other than that, yeah, that's it. I love you guys, bro. Hope you guys are doing okay. Stop by the stream if you want. Twitch.tv/CrixVibes. I stream everything. I did start streaming YouTube on it too. So, and that was actually pretty fun. So I'll be doing that again this weekend. However, I don't stream the whole time on YouTube because I like to listen to music, and I can't listen to music on YouTube without them DMCAing me. So stop by the stream if you want. If not, I'll see you guys on Friday. Side note, we do have a very big I'm hosting a very big PvP tournament in 2 weeks. All right, it'll be a nice on Resna, which is the server we're on. You need to be level 25 in order to do it. This is mainly because if I'm level 20 fighting 20s, or if I'm level 25 fighting 20s, you stand no chance. Nobody does, because the level cap is way too big in this. It's not like World of Warcraft where you can get lucky. So that's gonna be in 2 weeks. I'll obviously do a little video about it, and then like a little hype video, and maybe I'll post the whole thing. I want to do a 15-on-15 tournament between our guild and EPH, because we're rivals and we have a lot of tit for tat. We're running the server. It's really cool. Both guilds are, not just us, but like both guilds are just manhandling everything. It's pretty fun. So it'd be really cool to have like a big Braveheart type Lord of the Rings clash in the middle, 15-on-15, 20-on-20, 30-on-30, however many we can get. And then I want to do single 1v1 tournament. That's the one where everybody needs to be 25, and 1v1 tournament, winner takes all. But more on that later. I just want to let you guys know what I plan for streaming for some good content. All right, I am gonna go. I need to finish this script for this mage guide video I'm gonna be doing right here. You want a little sneak peek? Here. Let me change my camera real quick. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Oh, ignore this. This is just what I was looking at. You want to see a little sneak peek? Oh, where's it at? There it is. There it is. Okay. I will see you guys on Wednesday with this one. Wednesday or Thursday. All right. Until then, be safe out there. Yo, I was just in the middle of editing this video, and in the middle of it, I forgot that I died when I was dinging 60. Like, I had a big pack. I only needed to kill 1 or 2 of them, and then I died and had XP debt. And it was kind of funny. So when I went and clipped this to show it to somebody else, or like post it on Reddit or Twitter or something, I was like, oh, I should put this in a video. So I'm not talking during it. It's my actual stream VOD. But I'm just going to put the end of video because I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, I just died and had some XP debt. So a little altercation. But yeah, anyway, peace. This is a very inspirational time. I struggled, I cried, I wept, I sweat, I shit, I yelled, I argued. I yelled, I argued. And we made it. As soon as this pack dies, we're done. 73 hours later, we made it. 41 hours the first weekend. We had a struggle bus at the beginning of Friday. Wasn't able to log in for a whopping 12 to 13 hours. Had a nice 8-hour nap. Woke up. The server was open. I jumped right in there and began climbing. This is the max level currently that's available. Oh, shit. Fuck! Now I got XP debt! God damn it! Fuck! Now I gotta hit 2 more percent, bro! No, we're good. I still ding. Anyway, yeah, it was rough, bro. And then we had many times we're leveling. Let's go PvP. Fuck EPH. Let's go PvP. Well, it turns out fuck us, because they stomped us out. Not once, not twice, 2 times, brother. Not once, not twice, but 2 times? I don't know. I don't know why I said that. 2 fucking times. So instead, after getting punked out of our spot, we came here. Okay? We came here. And now we are done. When this mob dies, gentlemen, we ding. I have 99.9%. I need 2,000 experience. When this thing dies, we're gonna ding. Oh my god, I didn't ding. He's gonna ding. He's gonna ding. He's gonna ding. Ding! You piece of shit. Oh, I ding. I want to thank the OGs, the double, triple OGs. All right, gentlemen, we have become The fourth person in the entire alpha to hit 25.